Hi, and welcome back to Soul Food Ministries and Outreach. I'm Henriette Hobson. Thank you for tuning in. Well, these are containers that I use. These are, baby spinach was in one and some takeout was in another, and I just saved them. And I found this to be a very quick and effective way to get your seeds started. Now, there are various things inside of here. These are pumpkins. I'm determined to have some pumpkins every year. Either the deer eat them up before I can get them, whatever, or die for some reason. I don't know. I'll have like 10 or 20 of little starters and they're gone. Squirrels eat them or whatever. Anyway, these are pumpkins. It's less than a week. This is what we have, or about a week. Put them in some potting container soil, potting soil, and put some water in there. Put a lid on it. Just set it out there on the deck, and it's a closed. Excuse my fingernails, been out working in the yard and what have you. This is tomatoes. I took a old tomato and just broke it up in there. Started some seeds. These are flowers. Now these are just those, lettuce containers, spinach containers, kale, arugula, whatever it is that you buy in these, containers. And I just save them and put some water in them. Forgive me, I'm trying to do this with one hand instead of set the whole thing up. And so this was just some flowers, looked like little baby's breath. And they called, allium or whatever. And right there. And there it is. Less than a week. And so I just wanted to let you know that it's not too late. You can start your own. This is like a little greenhouse of their own that they're in. And even though the temperatures dropped and it got pretty cool outside, like I said, they were on a covered deck, but it still gets cold. If it freezes, it's going to freeze there too, But they were nice and toasty and warm inside of this plastic, and the moisture stayed in, and those seeds just popped right open and started sprouting. So get busy, get started, find some old containers, jars, or whatever it is that you can find, and, get your seeds started. Put them in a larger pot or put them in the ground somewhere and get busy. See what you can grow. It's fun just to try and do it. Even if you don't have a great success of a harvest or what have you, just the idea of growing something is beautiful to me, and it's very therapeutic. And if you get out there and really start moving some dirt around and doing some things, I know even when you're feeling like I'm hurting all over, I've got this kind of condition and that kind of condition, you know what? Push yourself. Now, I'm no doctor, and I'm not going to say push yourself. I'll say this is what I did. This is what I'm going to say. Is even in the pain and whatever was going on, and, I pushed anyway. I didn't feel like getting up, going out. It was a little cooler than I would rather like it or whatever. And I got up and went anyway. And if you don't do but just one thing that day, just go out there and get the air, breathe it in. Earlier today, I would turn this camera around so that my face would be in the camera, but I don't know where I'm pointing it because it's not on the flip side. And I had some 4x4 posts that had the little tips on them, cedar, and I wanted to put them on my little berm on my garden or what have you. And they needed to be cut, and I'd been putting it off, and then I took the tool out there that I wanted to use, And I don't have my camera out there because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I'm barely out there sometimes. And or I'll get out there and things don't work out and I just come on back in. So I ended up coming back as like, I've been, of course, prayed before I even went out there to get the, the push to go, and got the chainsaw. Prayed, of course, blood cover me, angels, protect me, whatever. And I cut those posts. I had already dug the holes. I went out there just every day, did a little bit more digging, in that same hole until I got me a couple of holes done. Then I cut them down to size, and I've got it out there, and I'll film it eventually. But I just wanted to encourage you. Go out there and do something. It's your yard. It's your garden. It's where you live. Do it. Do something for you. Don't be worrying about what the neighbors think, as long as you're not violating, making things horrible for other people. But I mean, you may not be successful at it. Try to make it as neat and pretty as you can, of course. Be considerate of others, but you don't want to let that control you. If so what you don't get a harvest, so what it dies, big deal. You gain more by going out there and actually getting started and doing it. Okay, I hope that encouraged you. See you next time.